Out of the Massachusetts State House in Boston, where earlier today, Governor Maura Healey hosted a signing ceremony for an act to ensure legal parent equality. The Parentage Act is historic legislation that updates the state's parentage laws for the first time in 40 years in an effort to make them more inclusive. The act ensures the rights and protections for parents who use surrogacy, in vitro fertilization, and assisted reproduction, while also updating the law to be more inclusive to LGBTQ+ parents.